Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a soul connections in separation reading. And we're just going to see what Spirit wants us to know. And how we're going to prompt the questions today is from a cool little deck called Ask Yourself Tarot. So basically you can see each card is designed to have a question here. So that is what we are going to base the information that we need to know today on these particular questions. So obviously just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks I'll be using here today will be listed down below, as well as these beautiful Organites created by Michelle from Wing and Bell. And if you guys would like your own personal reading with me, please email me and I will put my information down below. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know today about our soul connection in separation. Let's look at this. What question does Spirit want to prompt for us today about our soul connection in separation? This is obviously called the Ask Yourself Tarot. All right. Ooh, we have the Ace of Cups. Are you prepared to have a new beginning in love? So this could be an indication here that some of you guys are basically on the verge of your person coming back and offering you this new beginning in this love situation. So let's go ahead and clarify things with an oracle card and then some tarot cards just to see which way this wants to go, because I feel like there could be two meanings here. But the first meaning, I'm going to take it as your person returning and offering you this cup of love to have a new beginning. We have Aquarius. So this person can be an Aquarius. Maybe you're an Aquarius. But this is talking about 2 to 4 weeks, perhaps, from now. So this right here is ruled by the planet Uranus, which is all about being independent, it says. And to me, it's about freedom and just doing things a little bit differently. So I just feel like maybe you guys have had some time to breathe. You've taken a breather from the situation, and now you guys can actually expand. You've had your time to be independent and maybe even to cool off. But now this is a good time for you guys to maybe reconcile and to talk about things that you have thought the entire time you guys were apart, things that you've learned, conclusions that you've come to, etc. And now you just feel more free is what I'm getting, to basically start fresh and start new. This particular card is ruled by the star, and the star is about the light being at the end of the tunnel, hope for a new beginning. Maybe we've been hoping for this, we've been praying for this, and now all of a sudden it's here. It's like the stars are aligning in this situation to bring about this new particular beginning. So let's go ahead and go into some tarot cards and see what else we need to know. This is called the Thelema Tarot. What do we need to know about this new beginning, or this cup being offered from this person that we are in a separation with? We have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a card where we're hanging on way too tightly. We're either hanging on to outdated belief systems and old ideas that just no longer serve. So I feel like some of you guys have probably done some sort of healing on your own cup, and maybe your person has too. And so now what's going on is when we're not holding on so tightly to something, like we don't need it so much, we kind of let go of our grip or our need to have this person or situation in our life, and we just kind of accept what is. We can really allow the healing to occur. We can really allow things to just flow. And I feel like that's probably why this is happening, is because the law of attraction now is finally working in your favor instead of against you. And the way that the law of attraction works is that when we're so tightly fixated on a specific outcome, or even like especially attached to a person, it can actually work in the opposite way. You know, we think if we just focus on this and we say positive affirmations and we just truly believe that us and this person are going to come together, we think that that's actually the flow, and it's not. It's quite the opposite. When you just let go and you allow things to be how they're meant to be, that's the flow. So I feel like some of you guys have probably maybe done some healing and let go, or have a looser grip on this person or situation. And I feel like that's why there is now this freedom of Uranus coming through, which there's freedom to expand and to grow now. We don't feel so confined. We don't feel so stressed to try to make something work. We actually want to make it work now. So there's a message there too. With the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a reunion, you guys. The Three of Cups is good times to have once again with this person. It's very friendly. So maybe you guys are going to take this new beginning and you're going to just maybe start casually talking, casually dating, you know, getting to know each other all over again, not rushing straight to the Two of Cups. And this could even be some of you, if there was a third party situation, maybe this has resolved. Maybe now this person is able to come to you with just their cup instead of coming with two cups. You see what I'm saying? So some kind of situation may have resolved. Some situation may have had to have a cooling period or a period that went dormant, because it does say the winter, and winter can be dormant energy, frozen energy, hibernation period energy, things like that. So I feel like there has been an opportunity for something to settle and something to, like the ice to melt in a situation. We have the Hermit. I feel like you guys have taken some time, independent, right? Independent time, taken time to go within. Somebody has withdrawn here. Somebody withdrew their energy. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why someone is returning. They don't feel either the pressure or they don't feel the presence of you so heavy in their life. And so they're missing it and they want it back. But the Hermit definitely is a card where we have realized a thing or two. So we've realized something on our own. The Hermit is connected to Virgo, by the way. So yeah, I feel like someone has had to go within in order to be able to now come out of their shell and offer something of true value here, because whatever the situation was before, somebody couldn't do it for whatever reason, whether there was third party or somebody just had a lot of things to heal. But I feel like this next phase, I guess, in your connection looks like it will be better because people have taken the time to work on them. And they're not looking to rush to come immediately back together in a union, but they're willing to kind of put in that work and take the time to learn you all over again and to spend some quality time together and to take things slow and to do things right this time. So some of you guys could be presented with this new beginning with this person in love within the next 2 to 4 weeks. Now, for some of you guys, it could mean this. Please just take it if it resonates. If you're thinking to yourself, there's no way, this person and I were on the outs, they're not coming back, there's no freaking way. This could just be you pulling yourself away from a third party situation or just this person and taking time for you and maybe opening yourself up to new love with other people. That could be it as well. You know, you're learning to let go. You're not holding on so tightly to this person, and you're kind of just feeling like you need to maybe go your own way for the time being. So it can mean that too. Just take it as it resonates. So those were our beginning messages here. Let's see what else Spirit wants us to know. What else does Spirit want us to know here about our soul connection and separation? Well, we have this Ace of Wands. This is kind of cool, you guys. We've got some new beginnings that are popping up here. We have the Ace of Wands, and we just got done with the Ace of Cups. So the aces are offers. Now, they can be offers from people, but they can also be offers from the divine. So it comes in the form of an idea. It comes in the form of just a new beginning of some sort, a new way of thinking or being. But it says here, what passionate new beginning is coming into your life. So this could be the beginning of a phase of doing something that you've always wanted to do, finding your purpose, your mission, etc. Being motivated suddenly to want to improve your life big time. But this, remember, is about your soul connection and separation. So now we have this guy here, which says balance, centered, meditate, awareness, just right, equality, well-being, and feeling complete. I love this because to me, this is really bouncing off of these cards right here, which is someone has taken the time to do this. They've taken the time to get centered. They've taken the time with themselves to feel complete. So now they're no longer hanging on to this idea that they have to be with this person. So this letting go is actually creating this energy now to flow, because I feel like it was not flowing before. So I feel like it's still continuing to flow here. The Ace of Wands can be a card of like communication, like something is definitely coming into your life and coming towards you from this person that you are in separation with or because of this separation. So let's go ahead and tap into this tarot deck here to get some additional. This is called the Arcanum Tarot. What do we need to know about this passionate new beginning here? We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is Taurus energy, you guys. This can actually be somebody that's coming back, so your person, and wanting to offer you commitment this time. And even though we had that Three of Cups energy, which is like, I just, want to have some fun. I want to have a good time with you. I want to get to know you all over again. I don't want to just go super quick here. I feel, though, that this will probably lead to this new passionate beginning of an actual relationship, commitment, something that is solid here, a solid foundation. That's what the Hierophant is all about. I also feel like because somebody has aligned with themselves, somebody has a different set of belief systems, so there's a maturing that has taken place. It's almost like now they're ready for this new beginning. They were not ready before, but they're ready for it now, or at least moving forward here. Yeah, here's the Eight of Wands. This is going to happen very quick. Eight of Wands is definitely communication, and it's fast movement. But what's funny is that we've got this very slow moving energy here of building, right? But then we have this very quick energy. So I feel like it might be that this communication comes in quicker than maybe you're expecting, takes you by surprise. And once you and this person come together, it's like you just both plug into this new beginning and know that the direction that you want to take this, where you want to go next. So I feel like it's two people being on the same page, because it does say equality. It's like just right. The timing is just right now. So the timing was not right before, but I feel like the timing is now going to be right and correct moving forward. Oh my gosh, and here's the Ace of Cups. This is crazy. Yeah, this is it. This is connected to the Ace of Cups. So I know it did say earlier with the Aquarius card, 2 to 4 weeks. But I feel like it can be anywhere from the Wands, which is spring energy, to summer, which could be really the next 2 to 4 months as well. So it definitely is some kind of a new beginning, fresh new start, and moving forward in a new direction, and communication that is emotional, that's coming in, and it's heartfelt, but it's also very exciting, and it's something that you guys are both passionate about. You're passionate about this new fresh start. You're passionate about being able to just kind of start fresh and start new with each other. Now, if again you guys are saying, no, there's no way, it's not going to happen with this person because of certain circumstances, I get it. This could just be your own union within. And then once you have that union within, you're getting back out there, you're traveling, you're communicating, you're meeting someone new, and something new comes in, and it's very exciting. And there is an opportunity to have a real commitment with someone, especially if the person that you're with right now, or thinking about right now, is not able to give that to you. So it can go either way. All right. So I really like those messages so far. All right, let's see what else we need to know here. What else does Spirit want us to know about the soul connection and separation? Okay, so we have the Four of Swords. What aspect of your life needs rest and healing? Well, this is the deal. That Hermit energy and all of that work that we've done already to work on our healing, the star energy, all that stuff, it's all about healing. I feel like this is going to reveal to us what healing has occurred, what healing has been done. So let's look at this. What healing has occurred in this situation. Oh, okay, wow. So this is about moving forward. This is about going the distance. So something needed to be healed first before somebody could say, you know what, now I can move forward. Now I can travel. Now I'm back on track with you. Now I think I can do it. Go the distance with you, because somebody couldn't do it before for some reason. Maybe there was something in the way. This could have been a trauma. This could be third-party situation energy here too. But whatever it is, like somebody feels like they can be on track now because they have healed something, because they have resolved something in their life. So this is the Tarot de la Nuit. Let's see what we need to know about the specifics of this healing. We have the Sun's energy, and that's really beautiful because the Sun is masculine. So I feel like if you're a feminine watching this video, this masculine has come into his power. He is like the divine masculine rising into his power. He is seeing something. It's very illuminated for him. He may have gone from a very dreary, gloomy, depressive state to now more of an optimistic state, which is, I think I can. It's like a can-do attitude versus I can't do it. I'm stuck. I'm buried. buried, beneath all of my stresses or responsibilities or my traumas or my addictions or whatever was going on here. This person is now, they've come to the surface, they've come to the light, they've had some sort of an awakening, an epiphany. And they're also about illuminating things instead of hiding things. So if you were dealing with a person before that wasn't being honest or didn't know how to be honest or just was not really wanting to reveal or share a lot with you, this energy has shifted and changed. The sun is positive. The sun is actually growth. So there has been positive growth that has taken place from maybe a down period or a separation here. So this looks like it's really good news for you guys. And we have a King of Cups, which is Scorpio's energy. This is Leo, by the way, and now Scorpio. There's been a transformation in somebody's cup. Somebody's really grown up. So this could be somebody that you've been in separation with for quite some time, and now they're coming back revived. They're coming back through like a death, rebirth, resurrection situation. Now they feel like they're ready. They feel like they have something of substance now to offer you. Now the King of Cups, what is he holding? He's holding a cup. And we've had 2 cups, Ace of Cups, come up in this reading. We also had the 3 of Cups come up as well. So I feel like there's something to be said about cups here. Maybe narrowing down the choices from dating and playing the field to now just you. That's what I'm seeing here. So someone is finally realizing something. Somebody is finally seeing something here. And we have the 3 of Wands. This is on the horizon energy. This is hard work paying off as well. Your ship's coming in. So yeah, I feel like this person is at a distance from you, but since you guys have been in the separation and at a distance from each other, they've worked on themselves and they've gone through some sort of major transformation of their heart and their emotions, and they've really grown. And I feel like they have the strength and the power now to face you, which is why we have all this information coming through that they want to approach you, that they want to message you, that they want to come forward at this time because they feel like you guys can now be on track. So that's the healing that has occurred, okay? And these are the new beginnings that are coming here. The Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands. These are the new beginnings because things are now in alignment. This is the divine timing for it. Wow, very interesting stuff. Let's continue. What else do we need to know here? With the Strength card, we was just talking about this. This person feels like they have the strength now. This is Leo's energy now. 2 times. Where do you find your inner strength? So, I mean, we know that this person obviously went through something. Where are they finding this inner strength? Because I feel like this is a message for them or about them. So where did they find this inner strength? Where did it come from? Oh my gosh, that's Tower energy. Holy smokes, you guys. They had a tower moment. That's what happened to them. They may have just lost everything, but it does say here, it's the ruler of destruction. That's Mars energy. Mars, just so you know, is ruled by Aries. It says self-asserted, upheaval, raw energy, aggression, desire, anger, survival, instinct, impulsive, lust, sudden change, action, aggression, chaos. The Tower. That's it. I believe that Mars also is connected to Scorpio, so I feel like there's a major destruction, death, and transformation here for sure. So it's raw. It hit them raw. It made them raw. And because of this, it might have made them very angry at first. It might have made them very aggressive, but I feel like they have tamed the beast. Because you can see here in this card, we've got like this angelic energy, and then we have like this beast energy, right, with the lion. But they work together and they tame this energy. So she can stand by the lion and not be afraid. And they've had to go through some rough patches to get there, but they're there. So this is about the destruction of the ego. This is the death of the ego. I feel like your person has gone through a death of the ego, you guys. And this is why they're at this destination that they've arrived at, because they have had to go through some shit. Yeah. So anyways, let's go ahead and get some tarot cards on that. Ooh, 6 of Swords. Yeah, they had to transition from all of those choppy waters. 5 of Swords energy. So I feel like they have been in some pickles. They may have created a lot of their own chaos, but I feel like karmically there was just a lot of stuff that they had to go through. There were some battles that maybe they won, but it was empty victories. And so they had to learn things the hard way, and they may have even had people take advantage of them and hurt them, which of course helps to balance out just seeing things differently. So a major transformation of the ego here has taken place, and they're now in that boat and they're going towards calmer waters. So they've come from this place of destruction, and now they've arrived at this place of more peace, inner peace, and they're stronger. Oh, and here's the Ace of Cups again. It keeps coming up. This person's cup has been revived. Now they have something in this cup of substance. Maybe they were not able to give you anything before, but they now have worked on their cup. And now that's why they're coming forward with this cup, because they feel like they have something of value to offer you. Maybe they didn't feel like they could offer you anything before, but now they feel like they can. And you have that beautiful dove, which is peace. But it's also, to me, it's connected to Christ energy, which is resurrection. So I feel like this person has had a major upheaval and resurrection. Wow, you want to talk about the pain of endings here? You want to talk about an ego death? It's the Ten of Swords. Very painful. To me, it's a little bit different than the Death card. The Death card is, it's death. It's, yes, the end of something. But the Ten of Swords is the actual feelings that are tied up in those endings. I mean, you feel stabbed in the back. You feel like you can't move. You feel like you've lost everything. You feel like there is no hope. That's this person's tower moment. So what didn't kill this person ended up making them stronger, and they are coming through stronger than ever. And so if you guys are at a distance, it might be that they are working their way towards you in that Six of Swords boat energy. That's them actually traveling towards you, either by phone or message or physical showing up in your life. And maybe even apologizing for the destruction and chaos that they caused you. That could even be it. So this Ace of Cups is coming through as very pure. It's a pure energy that's saying, and that might be why the Three of Cups is here, even if it's just a friendship, even if it's just this friendly gesture, maybe you are not able to say, I can be in a Two of Cups energy with you. What I'm getting here, it doesn't matter to this person. They at least want to come from a pure space from their heart to either apologize or to basically just offer you something, offer you some kind of an indication that, that they've changed, or that they've gone through something, or that they still care. So a lot of emotion that this person has, and they're very much in their mental energy here with you, thinking a lot about this, thinking a lot about communicating, thinking a lot about all of these offers here. And I feel like this person does have options around them. They have other people that might be interested in them, but for some reason they're focused on this cup only with you. They're focused on this one cup. And I feel like that's why it's come up now 3 times. Right? So we've got 1, 2, and then I think I'm seeing the cup here, and then I'm seeing the king hold the cup. Yeah. And the cup there. So they're focusing on their cup, but it's also, they're focused on this one cup, which is you. They're very much, you're in their thoughts, you're in their energy field right now. You're a part of their transformation. You're a part of their pain too. But they've become stronger and they feel more courageous, and they may have not been able to face you or talk to you for quite some time, but I feel like this is building now within them so they can assert themselves with you and actually communicate with you. Pretty cool. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get another message here. What else does Spirit want us to know or ask? The Page of Swords, which can be communication, just so you know. Some readers will say this can be someone like looking at social media, that sort of thing, kind of checking you out. But it says, what situation in your life requires analysis and research? So yes, this can be this person kind of thinking about things before they make a move, really analyzing the situation before they create contact with you. So yes, they can be observing you right now. They can be really thinking about what they're going to say to you, because I feel like this is a delicate matter. It's delicate enough to where they have to kind of think about this before just acting on it. because I feel like the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, and of course with the Eight of Wands energy, which is like, I want to, but now we kind of think about it. Like we're not just completely going off of our impulses here. So this person could do that, but I feel like they're kind of purposely holding back and choosing not to do that because they know it's going to take careful consideration. Now we have the Tower. Again, it's a little bit different though in this particular deck. But I think that that's interesting that we do have the Tower here. There has been an ending, and it could have been an abrupt ending. And that's why it's going to require careful consideration on their part before they just pop back into your life or make communication. So we do have standalone guidance. It does say government, hierarchy, corporate, experience, institutions. So I'm not, really the only thing that's coming to me is that the guidance that they're getting. So their inner compass is basically telling them to think about this before they do something. Stand alone. To me, that is acting with integrity and standing alone, being a virtue, being very, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it, but just being virtuous, making sure that you're in the correct energy before coming forward. Like, what are you doing this for? Is there some sort of an ulterior motive here? Is there some sort of selfish gain? And I'm just getting here that this person is literally coming through very pure, not really expecting anything, maybe hoping, but not expecting anything. Even if that means that you're like, they have to stand alone, as in, you don't want to return the message. You don't want to connect with them. You don't want to come back together. It's like they feel like they need to do this because either they have some sort of feelings or something tied up in this, and they need to resolve this. They need to stand here and they need to do it, even if it makes them uncomfortable. It's something that they have to do. That's just what I'm getting here. All right, let's see what else. We have the Four of Cups, so we have more cups. See that one cup, right? And then we have the three cups. This vision is actually telling me that your person, we do know this, has other options. They do. They have other options, but for whatever reason, those options are not what they are into right now. It's not what they want. I'm trying to find the Three of Cups here. Here it is. They're not interested in those three cups. They don't want that. The one cup that's standing alone, which has come up several times in this reading, is the one that they have in the back of their mind. It's the one that never goes away. I feel like, you guys, this person has realized that you are the one that got away. They realize that you're the one that they should have had a certain life with, or you're the one they should have chosen. And so they are having some sort of regret about this. But I feel like that's really on them, and they know that, and they're not expecting you, just because they've come to this realization, to like just snap back into their life and just go back to the way things used to be. They realize like they may not be able to do that because of something that's happened here. They realize that. They realize that you may reject them as well. And so what I'm getting here with this Four of Cups, because it usually is a card of rejection, they are afraid actually that you will reject them if they come forward with this communication. So they might just decide to kind of play it safe, right? Or maybe just to stand alone and be with no one, because they have this desire for you. They have this feeling that they want to connect with you, but there might be something that's holding them back. And it could just be this fear that you will reject them, or this fear that you won't want what they want. We have the Five of Wands. Now, there can be other people here. That might be one of the problems. Maybe you've moved on. Maybe you're in another relationship. Maybe you're not available. It could be them too, but I just feel like this individual knows that there's going to be some sort of competition or some sort of challenge when it comes to facing you. It may not be about another person, but there's some sort of a struggle here, because maybe the way that things ended between the two of you was very painful. Now, I did relate this to whatever ending that your person went to, but this could be something that happened between the two of you. Ten of Swords energy, very, very painful. Maybe even somebody moved away, so that might be why there is distance now. So it might be a struggle to try to get back into your good graces or to even communicate with you now. Yep, there's the ending, the death. So the Ten of Swords and the death are pretty significant to say that this has ended between the two of you guys at one point in your connection. But somebody is still thinking about this connection. Somebody is still feeling this connection. And it's not just you, it's your person too. And they do want to communicate. And they might be watching you or kind of observing the situation to see what the best way to approach this new beginning is. The best way to start fresh and start new with you. But this is a struggle, okay? It is a struggle because this person, I feel, does have fear of either other people or that you're going to reject them. But what they do know is that what is in front of them, they're not interested in it. They're only interested in this cup, which is you. Wow. So that's what we have. Let's go ahead and keep going. It's very interesting here. Very interesting information. We have the World. What is closing out for you now? What new cycle are you ready to start? I think that that's very significant here because we have so many aces and we also have so many cards about endings. So endings and new beginnings. The World is connected to the sign or to the planet Saturn. And Saturn is all about karma and it's all about cycles and burdens. I feel like maybe you and this person had to go into separation. Maybe you guys started up other connections or relationships that were karmic in nature. Maybe you had to learn a thing or two or a lot. But I feel like there is a cycle that's coming to a close. And that's why all these new beginnings are now popping up for you and this person, because it might be that it's time to start again. Are you ready for it? Let's see. We have Firefly. Wow. So this is the magic energy. Look, number 11. It says illumination, chemistry, inner fire, soul spark, someone very exceptional, magic, and attraction. So this is the deal. This really depicts this card here. No one's like you. Okay? I feel something exceptional with you. This is where I'm illuminated right now. This is what I'm thinking about. This is where my soul's connected. This is where the spark is. This is where the chemistry is with you. These other things, it's not doing it for me. These other things cannot compare to this cup. That's what that is. So somebody I feel is coming back around, especially if they were sleeping before, meaning like they were not awake fully. Maybe they just couldn't see what was in front of them before. But now they can see it very clearly because your energy is coming back around for them. Maybe it's taking them by surprise. Maybe they have this sudden spark for you and they don't know why, but there it is, right? All right, what else do we need to know? Yeah, wanting to start fresh and start new. The Fool's energy. So the Fool is also connected to the sign of, let me just pull this up again, Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus. All right. So this is all about the freedom to explore, the freedom to expand, even communicate about this new beginning, take a risk, take a chance. Am I a fool? So this is an ending. So this is the very end of the tarot, the World, as in the major arcanas. And that's the very beginning, the first card. So we start with the end and now we're ending with the beginning. So there's definitely some sort of cycle that wants to close out here. And this person seems to be aware of it. And they seem to want to take a risk and want to start fresh with you. Maybe you know this is coming. We have the Page of Cups, which is Pisces energy to me. That's a message of love. So we have the King of Cups that came through, right? We have the King of Cups. Let me just find him real quick. I'm just a very visual person, you guys, so I just have to pull this up. Here we go. Here's the King of Cups. The King of Cups is holding the cup. The Page of Cups is the person that's thinking. It's in the thought process of communicating about that cup, about their feelings. That's like the action behind it. The Knight of Cups is also actually the Knight of Cups is more of the action. The Page of Cups is the one that's thinking about this, feeling all of these things. So what's going on here is that your person is feeling this kind of new, like this spark, this chemistry, the soul spark. Their soul is sparked up for you. Once again, they're feeling this fiery energy here towards you, which is sparking them to think about how they feel about you and what they want to say to you. So this is all being formulated right now. And we have the Four of Swords. So this is kind of interesting. She's withdrawn. She's looking at the clock. She realizes that I'm not sure when the best time is to do this. So I'm going to work on myself and I'm going to figure out when the best time would be to approach. And we had the Four of Swords already, which we asked what aspect of your life needs rest and healing. Well, we looked into what your person healed, what they worked on. So what they've worked on, you guys, is their feelings for you. What they've worked on is examining their cup. It might even be that they're examining a younger version of themselves, because we know that the Page of Cups and the King of Cups, it's just a difference in age and maturity. So they could have been in the past with you the Page of Cups, but now they are the King of Cups. So a lot of time may have passed here. But they've definitely worked on their heart space. They've worked on their emotions. They're more mature now. And so I feel like that's why this person wants to reconnect with you, because they're in a different space than they were before. And they may have had to go through a lot in order to get to this place. So they're kind of looking at the clock now and thinking, is the time now? Is this, can we do this now? So they're really thinking about this message that they want to send to you. All right, let's keep going. Tell us more. What else do we need to know here? The Sun. So the Sun already came through the reading, right? It was very much this illumination, divine masculine energy, a lot of growth, a lot of just understanding of oneself, just a lot of growth and happiness. So here's the Sun again. What situation in your life is bringing you warmth and happiness? So let's see. What is bringing... I want to see, because we do see that this individual is connected to you and they're connected to their feelings and they want to approach you and they want to come towards you and they're kind of analyzing the situation and how to approach it. What brings them joy and warmth and happiness when it comes to you? That's the way I'm going to phrase this question. What makes them want to come towards you? What is this feeling all about? Ooh, your fierceness, okay? So the Wolverine, and I feel like the Wolverine came through another reading either that I haven't posted yet or that I just posted. I don't know, it's strange, but it's fierce. You're also unpredictable. You're determined, you're assertive, you're very powerful. What I'm getting here is that this person really likes this aspect of you. So this could have been who you were before or who you have become because you are more mature now. Maybe you have really held yourself back from communicating with this person or having them in your life because you were not going to put up with the nonsense. You were not going to put up with the BS. And they may have really resented you at the time, but now that they are more mature, they can really respect this decision. You might be one of the only people that have actually ever put this person in their place or in check. So they can't help but respect this aspect of you. So they really admire, this is what I'm getting here, they admire this particular trait in you. With the Page of Swords. Okay, so I feel like this is a message that's telling us what your person is analyzing. Okay, we already know that they're analyzing how to approach you. This little baby Page of Swords is not the King of Swords. The King of Swords is ready to come in and basically say, I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of battle here. I feel like this person is a little afraid to approach you. So on one hand, you do bring them warmth and joy and happiness. They do admire this about you, but they're also very intimidated by this energy. So this is why this person is taking their time trying to analyze exactly how to approach you, because they can't just come in and approach you like they would anybody. It's going to have to be very significant and extraordinary and special. So they might even be trying to come up with some creative way to approach you because they know they're going to need that. Now we have the Knight of Pentacles, and I really like this here. Knight of Pentacles is Virgo's energy again, so it's come up twice here with the Hermit. But the Knight of Pentacles is very dedicated. He has something very, very solid to offer. I feel like what this person is going to want to do is they're going to want to show you with actions or some physical proof that they've changed, as in they have a home, they have a steady job, they're single, they're available. There's something that they're actually going to want to tangibly show you. And so I feel like maybe that's perhaps what they are working on right now, because they really do want to come into your life and they want to share some aspect of their life with you again. Even though they don't expect it, they're hoping for that. So instead of meeting you on this end here, which is nothing to offer, they want to bring something into offer. So that way it might be enough to prove to you that they've changed. That's what I'm seeing here. And it might even be what they love about you is they love the way that you communicate. They love how straightforward and direct you are, so you don't play games. And also you're somebody who's very dedicated and loyal. And they may not have had that since you, which is why they're really craving it right now, because they haven't experienced that with anyone else. And we have the Six of Cups. Yeah, they're really nostalgic here. They remember you and they have very fond memories of you. And they might even have a lot of regret because they lost you, because you were such a good catch. You were an honest, dedicated person. And for some reason, I feel like this person has not had it easy in other relationships or karmic situations. They've been lied to, they've been hurt, they've been betrayed. And that might have been part of their karma, but I just feel like they feel this sense of safety, warmth, and happiness with you because you're not the kind of person that did them dirty or did them wrong. You didn't hurt them. And they really remember you as someone who was quite solid and dedicated and loyal, and they really want that now. Maybe it wasn't that important to them before, but it's important to them now. Yeah, that's amazing. All right, let's see what else. What else do we need to know? It's like you're the Queen of Pentacles now. They may not have been able to see your worth before. And I just feel like it's because this person just didn't know who the hell they were. So it's like they're not going to be able to truly appreciate who you were. But the Queen of Pentacles says, what situation in your life do you hold value to? They see you as someone of value now. They're holding you in some sort of position of value now. Like you're that Queen of Pentacles for them. You're that stable person. You're that person that, you know, they just wish that they could have now that they know what true value is. Yep, you're the Queen of Earth. It's showing up 2 times here. The Queen of Pentacles. So this is Capricorn's energy, but this card says Taurus. But this is very much connected to what they're looking for now. And we know earlier with this card here, it was commitment, the Hierophant. That's connected here. The Queen of Pentacles is someone that you can have a commitment with, that you can have the 10 of Pentacles with, that you can have a life with. So the timing does say a year from now, right? But it says during the months, during the time frame of April 22nd to May 21st, 2 to 4 weeks. Remember that came up earlier? So I don't know, you guys. There could be something happening here pretty soon. I don't know. But it does say stable, stubborn, possessive, preserving, down to earth, physical and sensual, strong, prosperous, and dependable. So these are the traits that this person really values in you. They love these aspects of you. And they feel safe with you. And that's why they're craving to be in your life and your presence once again. So whatever they got without you, and when you guys went into separation, it wasn't what they were looking for. They might have thought that that was what they were looking for, but it wasn't what they wanted. So, you know, sometimes you don't realize what you have until it's gone. And they may have had to lose you in order to truly properly value you. Yeah, here's the Knight of Pentacles again. So the Knight of Pentacles is wanting to come in and is now wanting to make this offer, wanting to make a move towards this King of Pentacles. He doesn't see himself as the King of Pentacles by your side just yet. And the reason why is because he hasn't earned that position, but he's willing to work for this position to reside by you as your king. So that tells me that this person is willing to do the work, and they're willing to dedicate themselves to prove to you that they have changed and that they're the one for you. I'm literally getting that. Oh my gosh, to show you the love of a lifetime, to be your person, to be your counterpart, to really experience this love, because I feel like they probably always felt this connection with you, but they just were not aware enough at the time, or just were not evolved enough to be able to appreciate it when it came in. So now that a lot of things have changed and they've grown and they've gone through major tower moments and lots of deaths and transformations, now the destination that the destination that they have arrived at is now they're on this horse and they're holding this coin, and now they know what true value really is, and that pentacle is right above her head and it's connected to you, and they see you as someone that they want to have this connection with, who they want to have this romantic love connection with, who they want to be vulnerable with and to fall in love with. Yeah, then now that we have the Ace of Wands again, it keeps coming through. So this is their current spark. Their current spark and their current idea is that you are that person for them. You're the one that got away, and you're the one that they want to get back. Now, the aces, to me, can also be not only new offers from people, it's offers from the divine. And I do feel like Spirit is working with this person right now by showing them signs that you're the one for them. This is Gemini's energy. So Gemini, of course, is the 6th month, is during the summer. So we have spring and summer, perhaps. There could be some kind of, offering during those, during that time period. But there's a couple of different time periods that are coming up very soon, very quick, 2 to 4 weeks. I did say something about 2 to 4 months, which could technically be Gemini season. So that's what we have. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to go to an hour. Okay. We're going to go to an hour. What else do we need to know? Okay. I want her to fly out. Ooh, the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Pentacles is amazing, but the Queen of Cups is also amazing too, because she's very, very sensitive. She's very nurturing. She's very caring, loving, kind. She's also very psychic. So it says, what situation in your life is asking you to observe your emotions? Well, first of all, your connection causes this person, just you, the person that you are, causes this person to go deeply within themselves and look within. You're a part of this person's ascension process. You're a part of this person's transformation. So that's why they still hold you in some kind of regard in their life, because you're very special to them. You stand out above all the rest. This is a very significant energy here that hasn't gone away. It's a flame that they've continued to hold this entire time. And it might have always been a mystery to them, but I feel like now they're finally starting to get it. Like, wow, there is some significance around this, which is why they're wanting to come towards you now. May even be that you triggered them emotionally. You trigger some sort of traumas within them. If they had shadows that they had not cleared when you were with them before, your loving presence, nurturing presence could have really triggered them in a way to where they were just like, I can't have this. It may have turned them off. It may have repelled them. That's a trigger. So you may have said to yourself, I was so loving and kind to this person. How could they treat me this way? Because they had unhealed wounds and traumas. That's why. And it's not an excuse, but that's what it was. With the Moon's energy, the High Priestess. A lot of this is Cancer, by the way. But the Moon is Cancer and Pisces, so we have all water signs here. Cancer, Pisces, and then we have the Scorpio with the Queen or King of Cups. We know that a part of this person's ascension process is that they have arrived at the King of Cups. Now they're seeing you as the Queen of Cups, counterpart energy. So there's some sort of a spiritual, deep psychic energy that connects the two of you. I feel like you guys could have been communicating on a psychic, telepathic level all this time. All this time you guys have been communicating, because it does say the subconscious mind. There's been some sort of telepathy going on here. Or it's like it's always been in your subconscious. And if we were afraid, we were repressing this. So it comes out eventually. I always feel like you were a part of this person's life. You were always a part of their thoughts. And I got it through this image here. That's what I love about a bunch of different decks, is because they show different depictions of these cards. But this one really tells me here, you've always been in the back of their mind. You've always been there. Even if they were spending time with other people, it doesn't matter. You were still with them the whole time. The whole time you were with them. They may not have noticed it or understood it, if, you know, but you were always there. That's just so beautiful. It's kind of like that really amazing quote from Forrest Gump. You know, they get together. She's basically dying of AIDS in the end. And she is asking him on her deathbed to tell him about all of the things that he experienced. And she says, I wish I could have been there with you. And he said to her, you were. It's like that. It's like that. So even though maybe you and this person have not been physically together for a while, you guys are still very much a part of each other's lives, because you're still holding this connection somewhere deep within. And it doesn't matter what connections you build with other people, it's just still there. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting here. So High Priestess, inner knowing, intuition, higher knowledge, dreams. So I feel like you guys have been dreaming about each other too. Between inner and outer worlds, this is about different dimensions. So if you feel like you're residing with this person on a different timeline, you are. You know, if you've had dreams or visions from spirit about another timeline here with this person, you know, definitely trust it. And then we have guarding secrets and the subconscious mind. So of course, you know, our minds do... our minds have these mechanisms to cope and to safeguard us from uncomfortable things or traumas. The mind is designed to work in a certain way to protect itself. So I feel like if this person buried you in the past and couldn't connect with you or couldn't think about you because it was so painful for them, they may have buried it long ago, but you have come back up for them. And you have come back in such a way to where they're starting to realize, wow, now that I'm ready to open myself up, and now that I'm ready to look at this is amazing, all the things that I'm seeing now that I didn't get to see before. So it's pretty deep stuff here, you guys. So this to me is when they observe how they feel about you and their emotions, like they may have pushed you down for a while, but now you're coming back up. And it might be that you're very psychically connected to this person, that you know exactly how they're feeling and what they're doing. So we have two counterparts. Well, the main counterparts are the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups in this reading. That to me is the emotional bond and the psychic bond that the two of you share. But then we also now have the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles that's trying to court the Queen of Pentacles. So that's physical world. So you guys already have this established bond and soul bond and connection here that's been taking place this entire time. But in the physical world, that's the Knight of Pentacles is courting this Queen of Pentacles. He's trying to show her that she has changed, or he has changed. He's trying to show her that he has something of value to offer her now, and that he does see her value, and that he knows he's going to have to work hard. So, yeah, so what we have. All right, let's go ahead and see what else we need to know here. I forget what deck I left off with, but we're just going to go into this one. We have the Tower. So again, that Tower, you guys, is just being reconfirmed here that this person did go through a Tower moment. And when they went through that Tower moment, that's when you came back to life. I do feel like they tried to bury you long ago. I feel like their trauma or whatever they couldn't cope with at the time, they pushed you somewhere. They put you somewhere. But you never went anywhere. You were always with them. But this Tower brought you back to life. That's what I'm seeing here. Brought you back to life. And so now you're in their energy field, and they're thinking about you, and they're nostalgic now, and they're seeing your value, and they're perhaps even just bummed that they blew their chance with you. But did they really blow their chance? I feel like this is a mystery that they're perplexed by right now. They're not sure and they want to know something. And I feel like that's why we're getting these messages that are showing us this new beginning, this forward energy, movement, communication coming towards you, this person observing you right now, etc. There's the Six of Swords, which is travel. It's about moving from a rocky time to a more tranquil time. I feel like this person definitely is motivated by wanting to make things better between the two of you, wanting to make wrongs right, wanting to be in a calmer energy with you, wanting to heal this. Because I feel like they've healed themselves, but they have not healed this connection with you. And that's very important to them. Very important to them that they do this. Yeah, because of the Ten of Swords. It's come up now 2 times. Because of the painful ending. And I feel like this ending, you guys, that took place between the two of you was really awful. I feel like it was really awful. It was very painful. It wasn't the kind of ending where it's just like, oh, we just decided to go our own separate ways. Or, oh, we just didn't have enough in common at the time. No. This was some kind of a betrayal. This was some kind of a horrible ending. This is an ending where neither one of you have actually gotten proper closure. And that's probably why it is still in your energy field. It's almost like a trauma that has not been cleared yet. And it doesn't mean that you can't do it on your own, because you definitely can. But I just feel like you and this person really crave to put the final words into that last chapter before closing up this book, right? That's what I'm seeing here. And I feel like it's been weighing on both of you for quite some time. So let's go ahead and get into one last set of messages, and then we're going to close up the reading. I feel like there's a lot that came through here. Definitely a lot. I feel like it has really depicted you and your person's journey here. A lot of what they've gone through since you guys have been in separation. What's the last message? Oh, we have the Knight of Pentacles again. So do you see, you guys? I'm using 4 different tarot decks plus an oracle deck that does have some tarot cards in it as well. And a lot of the same cards keep coming up. Knight of Pentacles, Virgo's energy. What I was getting from this Knight of Pentacles is that the Knight of Pentacles is the one that is courting the Queen, trying to get back into her good graces, trying to show her in the physical world that he has changed. So check it out. What situation in your life requires slow movement and determination? So that's why they're not trying to come towards you and just like win you over immediately. They know it's going to take more than that. They know it's going to take time. And originally, when I was seeing the Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups, this person does want a new beginning with you, but I feel like what they want to do is they want to try to move slowly, which would be a friendship first. Get to know each other all over again. Court you even. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is courting the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, yes. All right, so let's see. Okay. So, bellows, a catalyst, ignite, get things going, fuel, kindle, torch, effort, spark, fan the flames. Yeah. So this right here, this is basically fire. It's passion. It's something that you guys still have some kind of burning desire for one another. You have it. They have it. You know that once this thing gets going, as in if this person were to come back into your life, you're probably both going to want to, because of the chemistry, the insane chemistry that you guys have. It's like you guys are going to want to both like just naturally rush back into it. But I feel like it has to be different this time. It has to be different. And they know it and you know it. So the whole thing, whatever happened between the two of you, this separation, all this stuff, it gave you guys the time to get to know yourselves and be more comfortable with who you are on an individual level, instead of losing yourselves in each other. Because maybe when the two of you came together before, both of you were doing that or one of you were doing that. And that does not lead to a healthy relationship. It leads to a very codependent, very needy, very exhausting kind of relationship. It ruins things. So it's almost like this separation has been necessary for all parties involved to be better versions of themselves, so you guys could actually come back together at a later date and do this connection, do this relationship better and just more effectively. So the separation was the catalyst here to grow, to heal. Whatever happened here, it was the catalyst for change. So the situation was absolutely required, because it says what situation in your life is required for this movement or to create this change, that thing. Now we have the moon's energy here. The moon is Pisces, Cancer, as well as feminine energy. So to me, this is about the unknown. This is also about our fears. This is also about trusting our intuition, listening to our dreams. So it feels like, because we don't exactly know what's going to happen here, we don't know if or when this person's going to return, continue to rely or focus on what your intuition tells you, Divine Feminine, because I feel like the majority of you are Divine Feminines watching these videos. And realize that this person does want to do things a particular way. So if they're not rushing back into your life, then this is something I feel that you really need to either respect or accept, because they want to try to do things right this time. They also don't want to hide things. So if they would have to hide something from you, I feel like that would not be a good time to come back in. Or maybe you, same thing. So we have to realize that sometimes timing is everything. Divine timing is everything. And to trust that. Yeah, Three of Swords. Because this is the thing. I feel like because of the Ten of Swords, there has been something that happened here. Whether somebody betrayed somebody, cheated on someone, there was a third party here, major, terrible ending and parting of the ways, pain. I feel like this person has a lot of fear, because they might fear that you are still on fire, as in you're pissed still, and that this would be igniting the situation. So they do have fear that maybe you are still upset with them. Maybe you would not let them back in. Maybe you would reject them. So it's this fear of this unknown that might cause this person to slow down and not make moves towards you. But it could also be a third party situation as well, only if that resonates. But they're thinking about it, and it's on the horizon. So the Three of Wands is always looking off into the distance and making a plan and waiting for something, waiting for a sign, waiting for something to happen, so then they'll know. So this Knight of Pentacles, basically at the very end of this reading, is waiting for the right time to strike, waiting for the right time to communicate to you, waiting for the right time to come towards you. And so right now it seems like the cycle is still this third party or fear of the unknown, fear that you will not forgive them, fear that you will reject them. So the cycle is like, this cycle needs to close up before this person will make an appearance in your life. But these are all the things that they're feeling and all the things that they're thinking. And maybe intuitively, you know that this person is coming in. You just don't know when. And that could even be that if you're still either in a third party situation yourself, or you're still bleeding and very upset still and traumatized over the pain, this would be a good indication for you to start doing that healing, to start addressing those wounds. Because I feel like when they do come back in, you guys are going to want to both start off fresh. You're not going to want to take all this old garbage into the new beginning. So let's try to get it cleared now, work on it now, so that way we can have a fresh start with this person. So that's what I have for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading, and thank you so much for watching. And make sure that you guys are, hitting that like button and also leaving a comment in the comment section. Just kind of let me know what you guys are feeling right now about these readings, and just anything else you guys want to share. And that's what I got. If you guys want your own personal reading with me right now, you'll have to email me at mysticmoonoracles@gmail.com. I'll put the information down below. I have a website that is going to be coming up very, very soon. It's brand new and exciting. So anyways, we're just kind of waiting for some little details to smooth out, and then we're going to be making the announcement. And then I've got my newsletter here that's going to be coming, I believe, Saturday the 15th. So if you guys are not signed up for that, make sure that you are, because we're really going to be going into a new moon in Aries ritual, as well as a tarot card spread and a couple of other things. So I'll put that information down below. All right, you guys, I'll stop talking. Have a great day. Bye-bye.